delay is an enemy to progress. But with God, delay is an exposure to what you really are inside. God is outside the time frame. He can never be delayed. He does things on the dot. Moses went up to Mount Sinai to talk to God and to get the tablets of stones of the Ten Commandments for the Hebrew nation. People waited for Moses, but Moses stayed in the presence of God for 40 days and 40 nights. Then the people became impatient of waiting, and a big number of them decided to forget Moses and his God, and they began to make a new God, a golden calf. Then in the midst of their celebration with their new idol, Moses came back. What happened next was they were judged by God, and thousands of the Hebrews died that day. They died because they could not patiently wait for the return of their leader. Then we have also the story of King Saul. He was the king of Israel, and they were at the brink of war with a vast number of Philistines. King Saul was waiting for the prophet Samuel to pray for him and to give him the word of the Lord concerning his situation. However, Samuel the prophet was delayed. King Saul was annoyed. He was nervous about the huge number of the enemies. So he decided to do it by himself, the role of the prophet or the priest. He took the initiative, bad initiative, to offer a sacrifice offerings to God, which was not allowed to do it, according to 1 Samuel chapter 13, verse 8 to 14. When the prophet Samuel arrived, he said to King Saul, "What have you done? Why you acted foolishly? Because of your foolishness, your kingdom will be transferred to another man." Of course, he was referring to David. Again, a blessing was lost because a king was impatient of waiting. In the New Testament, Jesus tells of a parable about a servant in the 24th chapter of the book of Matthew, verses 48 to 51. In the said parable, one of the servants was senseless and abusive. He beat other servants, and he ate and drink with the drunkards, because he presumed or supposed that his master would be delayed on his return. But according to Jesus, the master did come on the day that the foolish servant never expect. So he was punished severely by the master of the house. He was punished because he was abusive and irresponsible to wait upon the master of the house. In Matthew 25, verse 1 to 13, Jesus told us another parable about the 10 virgins. But because of the delay, they fell into sleep. As they were sleeping, eventually, the groom arrives. The 5 virgins fixed their lamps, lit it up, and joined the groom on the road to the house of celebration. And after the door was closed, after a while, the 5 maidens or the 5 virgins came and they knocked. But the groom said to them, "I don't know you." Jesus concluded this parable by saying, "Therefore keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour of His coming." Whatever interpretations do we have, the point here is they are unprepared. Unpreparedness is a serious matter with serious consequences. Let us be serious with our relationship and fellowship with God. God is God and we are not. Give Him reverence, especially in times such as this.